Hi friends. One of the worst things that I can imagine happening to someone is to have a fall and not be able to get up. That's happened to my mom, and that's happened to members of my private Facebook group, and that is such a vulnerable and horrible feeling to be stuck and you can't get up. So I wanted to offer some tips and some strategies on how that needs to happen, how to do it, and if you don't have the strength to do it yet, how you can work on it. So let's break it down. We'll break it down into the component parts here. So I'll make my way down to the floor. I'll assume you're on your side or on your back. And one of the first things that needs to happen is you need to roll onto your stomach. So getting onto your stomach is the first thing. But from there, you have to be able to tuck your hands back and push up to your hands and knees. So that's part one. Part two is, well, we have to crawl to where we can reach some support. Once we reach some support, we can continue to crawl and come up to this tall kneeling position. Tall kneeling is part two. From tall kneeling, we need to get one foot underneath us. That is the foot that's going to push us up. So the strong leg needs to be able to come forward. We need that mobility in our hip and knee to bring that leg forward. So I teach people to practice this movement from this tall kneeling position. Practice it any way that you can to get that leg in front of you. I'll show you a different way if you can't get on the floor right now. Then part three is with that leg up and with one hand on a chair or a table or a bed, you press up to standing. So let's break down those components and show you how you can work on getting the strength to practice it. And physical therapists, we want to help you succeed with this. We want you to get better. So if you're working on this strength and you're still struggling, schedule an appointment with your favorite physical therapist so that you can get this. And I guarantee it can get better and you can feel more confident. So for the push up into hands and knees position, we need this pushing strength in our upper body. So if you don't have that, start with wall push-ups. Do 10 wall push-ups, 2 to 3 sets of those every day. And when those get easy, then you'll go to a countertop or chair push-up. 10 of those, 2 to 3 times around. And when that becomes easy, you'll go to the bottom part of the chair and do that again. Now we should be able to do 10 push-ups here at this height. And if you can do 10 push-ups at that height, you can push yourself up off the floor, okay? So 10 push-ups at the low chair height, you'll have the strength to push yourself up to hands and knees position on the floor. Now from there, we practice we're crawling, and then we're getting up into this knee position. And if that's difficult and you can't do that yet, you can use a chair to practice this. So as we're leaning into this position with our legs out, kind of like a plank, step one foot forward and step it back. Step the other foot forward and step it back. Pick up the knee. Pick it up, put it back. Pick it up. I'm exaggerating, but I want you to also. So practice that 10 times on each leg. When that gets easier, you saw it coming, the chair gets lower, then you're here. Pick up the foot, put it there, put it back. Put it there, put it back. Hey, I'm not saying these are going to be easy, but these are strategies that you can do a little each day so that you don't end up stuck on the floor. Okay, next step. You have to be able to go from this position to this position. You need the strength in the legs. Often, that is the sticking point for people to actually get up. So once you get in this one leg forward position, you need something on either side. So to practice that, here's 2 steps. Step 1 is separate your feet so you have a front and back leg. Big separation, as big as you can do. The front leg is doing most of the work. See how close to the floor your back leg will go. Take the knee at least halfway down. Use the front leg as your strong leg. Practice getting that knee halfway down until eventually it's all the way on the floor and you can get back up. Once you've practiced the halfway, you can use 2 supports. Separate those legs. Front leg is doing most of the work. Back knee has to bend. Let that back knee bend so you can get it on the floor. Use both supports to help you back up. If you can do that with 2 supports, once you get stronger, then switch to just one-handed support. If you work on those 3 things, your push-ups, your mobility to get your foot in front of you, and your ability to get back on one knee, you will be able to get up from the floor and you won't ever be stuck. Practice it. This has worked for my clients and it will work for you. And let me know how it goes.